And in the locker room, each guy has been going. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K. We know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Van Vliet kicks to Brooks. Stolen by McDaniels. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in.
Conley so adept at knowing when he needs to get that shot off. Nice soft touch there.
Outside, Green. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And it's Houston's ball. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game. And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Stolen by Conley. Chalk up 2 there. Conley's got his second basket.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And here's Green outside.
Well, I like the effort that Edwards is making to commit to defense, not letting the shooter get by him.
Randle with a screen for Edwards. That one good for 2.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Van Vliet passes to Thompson. There's the 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Thompson's got 5.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Randle a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Conley. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Green. Pass to Van Vliet. There's the drive, and he banks in the layup.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Randle with a screen for Edwards. Over Green. Edwards, no good.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randle got a lot of both.
And Thompson kicks to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 5.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Offensive rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Now, here's Şengün. Thompson outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got 7 points.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now here's Brooks, following the miss by Fred VanVleet. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. And it's laid up and in by Thompson.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Oh, here's Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Smith checked in for the Rockets. Now here's VanVleet. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Gobert with a screen on Green. Edwards with it. Now Smith defending.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Stolen by Michael Conley. Tipped away. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 7 points for Anthony Edwards. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively, where they are getting out and running.
Houston making some changes. Adams, he's checked in for Thompson. Tari Eason comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Hart comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. 1:56 left here in the first quarter. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
DiVincenzo with it. Now Green defending. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
It's good on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
Green against DiVincenzo. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And the call will be against Julius Randle. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taken 3rd overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
Houston making a switch. Holiday's checked in. The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
They're also doing a really good job on the offensive boards, bagging their own groceries, doing whatever it takes to get those second chance points.
The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here is Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Whitmore. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
An old school shot from Whitmore. There is still some value in that mid-range.
DiVincenzo against Şengün. Here's Reed. Count that one.
Reed, the assist.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Rockets leading by 8. Holiday looking over the floor. Şengün finds Eason. Off with the layup.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And for the Rockets, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Now, here's Şengün. The kick out to Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Holiday's got the lead up to 11 now for Houston. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Einat's checked in. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards from past the arc. Edwards with confidence.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Whitmore with it. Edwards there. That shot off. Timberwolves trail by 8. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Whitmore, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. VanVleet passes to Smith. Down low, here's Şengün. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Reed with a screen on VanVleet. Pass to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. DiVincenzo finds Alexander Walker. Clock at 4. Goes up the baseline. Another miss by Minnesota. Rockets leading by 6. For 3, VanVleet. Einat pulls it in.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 15.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Smith outside. Pass to Thompson. Şengün with a screen on it. And Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Fades. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Thompson. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Edwards looking it over. Fades back. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Brooks checked in for Houston. Green comes in for Jabari Smith. Van Vliet kicks to Green. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Really good body control by Green. He's able to adjust off the contact and do so at a really high level.
Houston shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Conley with it, picked up by Thompson. Randall throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now here's Green. 12 points for him. Count that one from Van Vliet. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Brooks with no one around. No good on the 3. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. Minnesota again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Smith checked in for Alperen Şengün. Minnesota also with the sub. Donte DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Edwards. Brooks outside. Back to Van Vliet. Thompson a screen on Conley. 6 to shoot. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 6.
And expect smart plays like that from Van Vliet. He is a clever floor general who knows how to create.
Now here's Conley. And here is DiVincenzo. Picked by Randall. And there's the drive. It's tipped. McDaniels in the post. Brooks covering. A shot by McDaniels. No good. And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th personal foul. 4th team foul.
And so here is Houston. 6-point lead. Van Vliet against Conley. Fires the 3. And that's good. Fred Van Vliet for 3. 9 points in the game so far.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that 3-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
To the paint. DiVincenzo against Green. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Van Vliet passes to Thompson. 50 seconds left to play here in the half.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Now here's Conley. McDaniels passes to Randall. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. McDaniels, a screen on Thompson. It's Randall with the drive, and it's good, 2 points. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
Going towards the basket, that's when Randall's most dangerous.
Stolen by Conley. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from McDaniels.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Rockets have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Several teams changing it up here. Good on both. So it's the Timberwolves now. Randall with the ball. With 4 seconds on the clock. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Leaving the defender behind. That's a hard screen to fight through. Somebody needs to talk to him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. Stolen by Van Vliet. Brooks with it. Now defended by Gobert. Here's Şengün. And rebounded by McDaniels. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. 8-point game. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Brooks. Here's Gobert. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpe's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
Randall down low, working on Green. Back to Edwards. From outside the arc. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Şengün passes to Van Vliet. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Van Vliet. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And stolen by Şengün. From 10 feet out, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Brooks has got the lead up to 11 now for Houston.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
And stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And Thompson throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Randall. And nothing is falling for him right now. Rockets leading by 13. Here's Green. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 5th assist in this one. For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And finished off by Gobert.
One of the best lob partners in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Houston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Rebound, Minnesota. Now Conley. Randall, a screen on Van Vliet. Floats it up for Randall. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Conley against Van Vliet. And he drives in, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Eason. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Conley, the pass to Randall. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Edwards. Rockets with the rebound. Eason's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thompson finds Van Vliet. Back to Thompson. Here's Eason. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Eason's got 5 now.
Selfless with the rock, Şengün won't hesitate to make a pass out to a ready shooter.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes. And Edwards slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Stolen by Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker. That one goes. Count it. Alexander Walker's got his first 2 points.
Fellow Buckeye Mike Conley, one of the outstanding point guards in the league. His defensive prowess, superb. He's not afraid to go after steals, and he usually gets his share.
Van Vliet against Thomas. Clark famously, Fred Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jabari Smith comes in for Şengün. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Thompson. Here's Green. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Julius Randle picks one up. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Power and mobility of Randle, that combination makes it really hard to cover him on the pick and roll.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Back to DiVincenzo. Eason against Clark. Adams. Rebound, Minnesota.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Randle a screen on Green. Here's DiVincenzo. And he jams it with authority.
Hey, why settle for the layup when you can dunk it? DiVincenzo putting on a show on that drive.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Whitmore. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And that one's good, Whitmore. Whitmore's got 8 points.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Here's DiVincenzo. And so it's Houston enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The post-pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Holiday in at the point. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Smith left side. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 6 points so far for Jabari Smith. Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. Clark with a wide open look. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Whitmore. He's covered by Clark. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Miller's checked in for Joe Ingles. Timberwolves trail by 12. Miller with a screen on Holiday. DiVincenzo with it. Now Smith defending, and it's Miller with the jam.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
Got a piece of it. To the middle. Oh, and here comes Miller all alone.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. Clark for 3. And he's good on the three ball.
Timeout.
Clark's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Houston. Minnesota also with the sub. Conley's checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Clark, a screen on VanVleet. Conley dishes to Edwards. Edwards on the bounce, and Edwards with the stuff.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Şengün with the screen for Eason. Nice move. Second chance effort. And it's Şengün getting it to go. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
They might have the lead, but what they don't have is the momentum right now. So that was a big basket for them.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Edwards with it. Picked up by VanVleet. VanVleet against Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his 5th foul. Houston making some changes. Thompson comes in for Smith. And it's Green in for Cam Whitmore. Outside, Green. Thompson the bounce pass. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him. To get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Green gets it to go.
Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
Houston making a switch. Brooks checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Clark. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Assisted by
Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. They get a hand on it. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Pass to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. To the inside. Out to Thompson. It's up a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Edwards passes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards against Green. Fades and shoots. Edwards, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Van Vliet passes to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Şengün.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets from deep. Brooks. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Edwards slams it in.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Here's Van Vliet. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
A nice portion of their points have been earned at the line, and they've done an exceptional job creating havoc for the defense and getting fouled.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success.
1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Stolen by Thompson. The ball is not loose. It's stolen by Randall. Back to Edwards. Stolen by Brooks. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Van Vliet passes to Thompson, and he gets the bucket. Thompson's got 19 points.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Edwards with it. Picked up by Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Hey, by missing that free throw now, a 3 could even the score.
It's stolen by Edwards. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What hustle!
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Here's Şengün. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Knocked away. Stolen by McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Van Vliet. Edwards. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. And Van Vliet picks one up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot. He's basically automatic from the line. Not the guy you want to send there now.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It drops. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And that is a gigantic shot from Alperen Şengün, showing he can be counted on in the clutch.
Here is Edwards. Good.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw.
And the wide open shot from Green. Bullseye!
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunity? Edwards with the dunk of the night.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Mike, they were rolling, but you all responded.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.